NBA loves gambling. The video looks already amazing. Like, it's a fucking square. Like, that shit is tough skis. I hope and pray that Detroit can lock the fuck in and win against Orlando. You're a Pistons fan, twin? I feel bad for you. You're dog shit, twin. How are you a Detroit Pistons fan? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anyways, let's start the video.
May 14, 2018. On this day, the US Supreme Court legalized sports betting, a nationwide ban that was in place for 26 years, gone out of nowhere.
It's barely 2018. I thought that shit was like a forever thing. Like, I thought that shit's been going on for a fat ass minute.
And ever since then, the floodgates have opened.
Been a Detroit fan since I've known basketball. L's, and Golden State. Two sorry ass teams. But nah, dude, sports betting has, you know, done damage to me. Now, I haven't lost that much money, but when I have, twin, I have maybe like a 5% winning percentage. I swear I used to put $20 just when I lose that shit. Can you wish me happy birthday? It's next Monday. Happy birthday, JT. Dude, my chair is so squeaky. I don't fuck with it.
Nobody talks about how significant this moment truly was. It has completely changed the landscape of sports, for far worse than better. And while every major sport has felt its effects, the NBA in particular seems to be the center of this problem. To what extent is this organization?
One thing I won't understand is NBA players sports gambling on themselves. Bitch, you're making millions. I know that's just going to your agent, your trainers, all that shit, but twin, even if you're making like 2 million, you're still walking out with at least like 800K. Twin, what the fuck are you betting for?
Actually legitimate? How much longer?
Nah, and especially Michael Porter Jr.'s brother. Your brother is making fucking like 40 million a year. What do you need that shit for? If you need help, just be like, yo, let me get $1 million. He's like, all right. Terry was, and I don't know why Terry would do that. He was like, what, like 8 years into the league. Twin, you've made a bag. I don't know what you're doing that shit for.
We turn a blind eye to all the controversy, and how much of what we're watching is actually real. This has been happening for a long time, with the first major basketball incident back in 1951. 32 players across 7.
Is that Isaiah Thomas? She kind of looks like him. And the head coach of what the fuck is his name? Chauncey Billups. Yo, the head coach is doing that shit. That's how you know it's tragic.
Colleges were caught in a massive betting.
Gosh, dude, look at these. I'm sorry for pausing, but like, this shit just looks like drip way. Like, look. This shit looks tough. I want to wear some shit like this one day.
Scandal.
1951? $1,000. And gosh, I can't fucking spell. No, I'm getting mad now. No, this shit happens every fucking day. $1,000 would be 12 bands, 13 bands, and he said no and snitched the team out. Yo, nah, he's tripping. He's tripping.
And ever since then, it hasn't been a secret that NBA players love to gamble.
Do you have a gambling problem?
No, I enjoy it. It's a hobby.
Kobe Bryant bet $500,000 on a free throw in a random game. Charles Barkley lost $20 million in casinos. And the great Michael Jordan, well, he didn't even try to hide it. But why are these multimillionaires so obsessed with gambling? Many of these guys already hit the genetic jackpot. And the main reason why most people gamble is to make easy money. But most NBA players already have generational wealth. Even the 10th man on the bench has a lot of zeros in his bank account. The truth is, it's not about the money. You see, professional athletes' brains are wired differently from the average person. Number one, they're competitive, hyper-competitive, to the point where their constant drive to win a competition tends to bleed off the court and onto the blackjack table. Number two, they have a higher risk tolerance. Basically means how comfortable you are with the idea of losing money. These guys have been in high-pressure situations all their life. Their brains
Mbappe, I love Mbappe.
are used to high adrenaline environments, and so gambling serves to alleviate the boredom. Number three, they are blindly optimistic. They're in the top 0.1%.
Like he's talking about. No, I think they just know how to spend their money. No, it definitely is. It has to do with like fuck it. My brain just blanked out. Just like, you know, like for fun, you know, because for them, like betting like 100K, losing 100K is like us losing $10. Let's be for real. So, you know, it's just like a little fun thing. It's just, I don't like, this shit has nothing to do with it. He's like, because he's talking about, well, I think he's talking about, you know, like NBA players betting on themselves, you know? Like, what the fuck is the point of that? Like, I feel like gambling ain't that bad, but the betting on themselves is.
Of humans. they've already
Yo, I feel like I just said a bunch of bullshit. What did I even say? Dude, my point did not get across, but I hope y'all got it.
beaten the odds, and so they feel like they can do it again, and again, and again. In an ironic twist of fate, the same traits that make them world-class athletes also make them very prone to gambling. In fact, studies have shown that athletes are 3 times more likely to have a gambling problem than the average person. Put a bunch of hyper-competitive people together, fill their pockets with millions, and you'll get exactly what you would expect. Think about it. Every game there are odds given based on what you as an individual will do on the court. You directly influence other people's money. You control the odds. It's not a surprise that some athletes will fall into this temptation. And this is exactly what happened with Terry Rozier and Jontay Porter.
Hold on. I look fine as fuck right now. My bad. Hold on, I gotta cut. Yeah, I'm fine. Hey, Twin, appreciate it. But TBZ over here and fucking Drayden were on dick yesterday. They were like, quarter three, the whole fucking stream. Oh my gosh, nah. Let me stop before I get a little heated. Let me put this shit back.
2 years ago, sportsbooks flagged some suspicious activity. There were massive bets on unders for a bench player. Too massive to be a coincidence. We're not starting that shit. Especially
don't
since Porter left early and all the bets won. This prompted an investigation. And all of a sudden, a bunch of clips started popping up that showed some weird behavior from him. Hitting a 3 and looking annoyed, claiming injury when nothing happened, and avoiding a rebound directly towards him, which nobody ever does. He pleaded guilty and is now banned for life. Terry Rozier did the same thing. Massive bets under his name out of nowhere, faking injuries, and seemingly throwing on purpose.
Nah, what are his career earnings? This motherfucker's made $160 million! Dude, sports, oh my, betting on himself. Oh my gosh, this guy's an idiot. Dude. He was making like $25 million a year when he did that shit. This dude's a fucking idiot. Oh my, nah. I understand Jontay Porter, you know, he's a fucking bum, but that dude, fucking dumbass.
Although his case is still going on, the evidence is so strong that it's hard to say he's not guilty. But strangely enough, we've already seen this behavior long before. Not from a bench warmer or a fringe role player, but from one of the greatest players of all time.
Ooh, MJ Johnson.
Looking inside. 2 seconds. 1 second. And they don't get it off.
What the fuck was that?
1 second.
Oh my gosh. Yo.
And they don't get it off.
This is a fucking idiot. That shit's...
Harris steals the ball and the Celtics call a timeout with 3 seconds to play. And Magic Johnson didn't have anywhere to go with it. Magic Johnson goes up without the ball. The Lakers trying to cut it to 1. And he loses it.
Now, of course, anyone can have a bad couple of games, but this is Magic Johnson we're talking about. For someone of his caliber to be making mistakes such as these is very unlikely. All of these moments are eerily similar to what Jontay Porter was doing, if not even worse. He was already a 2-time champion at this point, the best player in the world.
Hey bro, I heard it the first time. Corners at the free throw line call him shit. Hey, I heard it the first time, Twin.
The face of the league. It doesn't make sense for the pressure to have gone to him of all people. And this play in particular just doesn't look right to me. The general consensus is that he just choked, and there isn't any evidence that suggests he was doing some illegal gambling. But it's not like Magic was some morally righteous man. Maybe it was just nerves. Maybe the moment got to him. Or maybe there's more to this than what meets the eye. But the worst of this gambling problem doesn't come from the players. It comes from the referees. After nearly every game, you're gonna see a bunch of fans saying the game was rigged. And 95% of the time, it's because their team lost.
Yeah.
But people aren't throwing accusations around for no reason. We know for a fact that referees have rigged matches before. In 2007, Tim Donaghy pleaded guilty for fraud and insider betting. Interestingly enough, he didn't directly rig games like people think the refs do. Instead, he looked at team matchups, knew which refs liked which players, and made very small calls that would never draw suspicion. In fact, the FBI was actually planning on wiring him up to potentially expose others. But coincidentally, the story was leaked right before they could, a leak that potentially saved the entire NBA. But there's a lot of murky details in his story, and Tim Donaghy himself makes some pretty wild claims.
So they're basically telling you to give Kobe an advantage and people that were covering him a disadvantage in a way.
Exactly. I remember the guy's name. His name was Raja Bell. Yeah, well, David Stern's a little fat stuttering prick, and there's no doubt that everything that he did and said was a complete lie.
Yeah, the league stole their championship in 2002, but they won't do it tonight. That's right. Sacramento Kings are a lock.
Some may view these as the ramblings of a disgruntled man, while some may see it as a man who has nothing to lose. But the one thing that bothers me is that the NBA pretends like it was just him, the only referee who was corrupt, the only referee in history who did illegal.
Those ref jerseys look tough. That's hard. I fuck with that. They need to bring these back. I don't even know if they do, but this shit looks hard.
The only referee in history who did illegal things. But we know there are more out there. There were some in the past, there will be some in the future, and there are some among us right now. Sports betting only became legalized because it was made illegal in 1993. The reason why? To protect the integrity of sports and prevent corruption. In fact, all the major sports leagues supported this law, and now it seems like everyone forgot why it was banned in the first place. We're heading into a world where gambling is becoming more and more normal. It feels like people don't even take it seriously anymore. That it's just a fun way to pass the time.
You said you felt something for me.
But there is no addiction that bleeds your finances, like gambling. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you will never make more money than them. You are not going to beat the house. Take that money and put it towards something real. Yourself, your loved ones, or anything with actual value. There's a reason you always hear about a gambler's
I'm gonna be in and out like your corners because my Wi-Fi is low cheeks.
Wins, but never their losses. Remember the Terry Rozier scandal I mentioned earlier? There's some important info that doesn't seem to get mentioned. The bets made under his name were already flagged, way back in 2023. Yet no investigation was launched until the FBI got involved. Their statement is that they investigated themselves and shockingly found nothing illegal. This basically confirms that they were trying to sweep this under the rug, which makes you wonder, it has been swept under the rug. If this got out, what never did? Back in 2014, an article was advocating for sports betting in the NBA. It argued that people were going to find ways to bet illegally, so it would be better to just fully allow it. And the man who wrote this article was none other than Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA.
Ooh. That was a fire-ass video. All right, time to react to 9 Vicious.